How's it going, Myron?
Yo.
Is this good? Right here?
Yeah.
All right. I have two questions. So I was wondering, like, when you and the Avengers are going to pull up to mog the Chuds and Foyds at 5 points. Just so, like, we all know, you know?
Which Avengers? We got a lot of guys in the Avengers. Who do you want?
Like the one that Clav posted on his Instagram. Like Nick Fuentes, the Tate brothers, whoever was there that night, you know?
You're talking about the niggas
real
against
Avengers.
Talmudic order. Yeah, the NATO, the real nigga NATO. Yeah. Well, I'll make it happen one day. I'll next time Andrew's in America and everybody's together, I'll make something happen.
All right, and then my last question is, do these debates spike your cortisol levels?
Bro, it's always spiked, man. It's always going to get spiked debating these women and, you know, gays and weirdos and libs. It's nuts.
How do you manage that for other moggers out there?
Go to the gym. Go to the gym, try to get as much sleep as possible, and that's about it. But yeah, other than that, man, cortisol's always spiked with these people.
All right. Thank you, Myron.
Thank you, bro. What's up?
Hey, so how many under ICE that are detained, how many of them have criminal convictions? Do you know?
How many what?
How many of them have criminal convictions?
Who?
People detained under ICE currently.
People that
people who are currently detained under ICE currently.
Okay, the people
how
that
many
get
of them
arrested
have
by ICE?
criminal?
Some
how many
people,
of them have the percentage? What's the percentage of criminal?
Some of them
convictions?
are criminal aliens. Some of them are not.
Well, there's a number. Do you know the number?
I don't know the exact percentage.
70% of them have no criminal convictions.
Okay.
Okay, so do you think that's a number that we need to really be clapping for ICE? Do you know that ICE actually shortened their training from 22 weeks to 8 weeks? Did you know that they also are requiring ICE agents to meet quotas, to meet 1,200 to 1,500 arrests per day, which focuses more on quantity and not on quality? Quality would insinuate that we need to focus on people with criminal backgrounds, violent criminal records, so we can deport those people. Do you know all that?
Okay, so is it illegal to come to the United States without authorization?
If you're undocumented, you're committing a civil infraction. If you come through the border, it is a federal crime. There are two different things.
Okay, so
how many of them have criminal?
It's not a civil infraction.
So you don't.
It's not a civil infraction.
So you don't. Yeah, it's a civil infraction.
It's not a civil infraction.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know the law. You don't understand that if you're here undocumented, you're just committing a civil infraction. If you cross the border, that's a federal crime. Do you know how we treat those two differently, right? You understand one is not crime and the other one is?
You know what's funny?
Do you understand that one is a crime and the other one isn't?
All right, can I respond?
Do you understand? No, yes or no? Do you know that one is a crime, the other one isn't?
It is a crime to come here illegally.
No, it's not.
Or to overstay your visa.
Is a civil infraction a crime? Is a civil infraction a crime? It's not that hard of a question. Yes or no?
Okay, so let me go ahead and
yes or no?
Because
civil infraction.
Okay,
dude,
you got to chill out for 2 seconds. Because let me go through this real quick. Let me go through this. You need to. Yo. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna say what I got to say. Shut the fuck up.
You can tell me
all right, I'm gonna finish saying what I got to say. Because you don't even know what you're talking about. There's no such thing as a civil infraction in the INA.
Civil infractions exist, buddy.
Turn this guy's mic off real quick.
I don't know.
So, so let me go ahead and, because you won't be quiet for 2 seconds.
Because
Here's the issue here. Here's the issue. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Civil infractions don't exist?
Do you?
Civil infractions don't exist?
Okay. Let me go ahead and deal with this. Number one, there's no civil infraction of what you're talking about.
If you're undocumented,
you don't know what you're talking about.
You're committing a civil
If you come to the United States illegally, that is a crime. If you overstay your visa, that is a crime. It's a violation of the INA. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about because I've actually arrested people for this crime. I used to be working for HSI and ICE. I know what I'm talking about. So you mentioning the civil infraction, that's not even a thing. And this is the problem when we have people like you that are so confident about their stupidity. You're wrong in every single way. There's no such thing as a civil infraction. If they come here and they're illegal, they broke the law. So therefore, they will be deported and dealt with accordingly. It's that simple. You cannot come into a country illegally. A country without borders is not a country. Okay? You're trying to sit here and rewrite and be like, it's actually a civil infraction. No,
I think it's
it is a violation of Title 8. You don't even know what Title 8 is. You don't know what the IN is. You're just over here yapping.
It's so funny. This is uncensored America, but you just shut my mic off.
No, because you're asking. You don't know what you're talking about. You're wrong. You're wrong. You have these shitty ass Jerry curls. You know what the fuck you're talking about. You're a retard. You look like a reject from the 1980s Richard Simmons version. I don't know what's going on here. And you're just spewing a whole bunch of bullshit. You're wrong. You're fucking wrong.
I have hair. It's fine. I guess women are the only ones that are stupid.
Like I'm totally cool with having a discourse, but when you're blatantly spewing out a bunch of bullshit, yapping, not knowing what the fuck you're talking about, it's ridiculous. It's an embarrassment. You go to school here. This is embarrassing. embarrassment to the institution.
So I think a simple discourse would be me asking you a yes or no question, you answering it with yes or no. That's a simple discourse. A simple discourse is, hey,
A civil infraction does not exist.
Yes, a civil infraction
not
does
real.
exist.
What are you talking about?
I'm about to tell you. If you are in this country undocumented, you've only committed a civil infraction. If you came through the if you came through the border illegally, it's a federal crime. We treat those two differently. Could you agree with that?
No. You're wrong.
So everybody under ICE detention right now is have criminal backgrounds?
They're illegally here.
Do they have criminal backgrounds?
That's irrelevant. They committed a crime.
It's a crime.
That's
if
irrelevant.
You came here illegally, it's
That's
a crime.
irrelevant.
You just said it's a crime. If it's a crime, why is it not
They don't have to have a criminal history in America
you don't know what the fuck you're talking
for
about.
them to be
Your
illegal.
brain fucking dead. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, these progressives are crazy, bro.
If over 70%,
He doesn't understand that just by them being here illegally,
hey, buddy,
that is a crime.
If over 70%,
There's no justification for them to be here.
70%,
You're saying they could be here illegally and they got to commit a crime here.
If over 70% who have come or under detainment by ICE, if over 70% have no criminal record, how is that a crime? If ICE themselves are not acknowledging that this is a crime, how can you sit there and say it's a crime to be undocumented? It's a civil infraction. Is a civil infraction a crime?
I have never met
Is a civil
someone
infraction a crime?
who is so confident in being wrong.
Hold on.
This is crazy.
Dude, you're the most confidently moronic person ever. I don't know what you're talking about.
There's no such thing as civil infraction, bro. Like,
Dude,
well, what are you talking about?
You don't know that civil infractions exist? I cannot believe this.
Within immigration, no.
Do civil infractions exist?
Not within immigration.
Yes, they do.
Not within
if
INA.
you're undocumented,
Again,
that's a civil violation.
all right, dude. All right, you're
you don't know
just
what the
so
fuck you're
wrong.
talking
It's
about.
like I can't even
Okay.
have a conversation with you.
Well, I can't
You're
have a
basically saying like
conversation because
2
you don't
plus
even
2
know
is
the
7.
facts.
You're
You don't
basically
even know the facts.
saying 2 plus 2 is 7.
You don't even know how many people detained under ICE have criminal records. You didn't even know that number.
Yo,
How can you not know that number?
you cannot.
How could you not know that number?
You cannot.
Do you know the number? Did you know the
come
number? You don't
to
know
the
number.
United States
You don't know the number.
illegally. You can't do that.
If
Okay.
you are the only one acknowledging
If you're here
that,
illegally,
you're the only
you're
one
go-
saying
you're
that,
gonna get
but
deported.
Hey, that's fine.
You
That's
can't
your
be here.
opinion.
Yo, get this guy off
Hey,
the mic, bro. This nigga retarded.
Yeah, uncensored guys, but I'm going off
You're just
camera.
yapping. You're just yapping. You're saying a whole
I'm
bunch of
yapping
bullshit.
facts and you can't answer
You don't
my
know what
simple,
you're
simple questions. So.
because you're fucking wrong about everything.
I'm
It's
leaving for
painful.
the sake of civility. So
Get the next person on. Guys, this is what the institutions are teaching people. Progressives that are
this.
deranged, talking about civil infractions, incredible. For just to correct him because he doesn't know what he's talking about. I should have gave this in my background. I was a special agent with Homeland Security Investigations for 7 years prior to coming on here and talking about this, so I know the immigration pretty well. And what he's talking about doesn't exist. If you come to the United States illegally, you committed a crime. It's 8 U.S.C. 1325. Then if you come back in again after you're deported, 8 U.S.C. 1326. These are all crimes, and you can be deported for it. You don't have to commit a crime in the United States to justify being deported. This guy's a fucking dumbass. So if you don't have borders and you don't have immigration law, you don't have a country. This guy wants open borders, and you got to commit a crime in the United States for it to actually happen. He looks like a Mexican, so I assume why he has that position. But that's fine. Even worse, you're an embarrassment to all of us.
Hello, Myron.
Someone check this guy. He might have something on him. Who knows? If you hear Allahu Akbar, be careful. Who's up next? Go ahead.
STD from one of those Miami girls, bro. Shut up. Dude, all you do is hang around the uglies, limbos, the fucking Florida, Miami, dude.
Anyway,
You hang out with every woman that's 90% silicone, dude. Nice hair. You're like fucking collecting Barbie dolls out there, dude. What are you doing?
I'm collecting Barbie dolls. Okay. Okay. Hi. The guy that was slipping me off in the back with the curly hair, does he want to come up? No? Okay. No, not the black guy, the other dude. The Sideshow Bob guy. Yeah, you. Yeah, the tall one, yeah. Did you want to come up? You had a couple middle fingers or whatever. Yeah, you can go first. Go ahead. What's up? I was trying to figure out why you're flipping me off, but
Hey, I have a question.
Sure.
Do you know who Alex Purdy is?
yes.
Man shot in Minneapolis by ICE after he was already on the ground and disarmed.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, actually. I don't know if you were here for that
No,
one.
I just got here.
Okay. Yeah, no, it was a justified shoot.
Why?
Right. Well, sorry guys, I'm going to go through this again. Well, Alex Purdy basically intervened in the middle of a lawful law enforcement operation. But Border Patrol was dealing with the suspect. They pushed the woman. He got involved, put his hands on the Border Patrol agent. That's assault. That's a federal crime. They pepper sprayed him. They tried to get him on the ground. He resisted. They took the gun off him. During the course of the gun being taken off, a shot was fired. The Border Patrol agents that were, 2 of them, I think, that were trying to detain him, thought that might have been one of his weapon, and they shot and they killed him. And look, it's an unfortunate situation, but we got to understand that 2020 hindsight is not necessarily required for use of force situations, and it was a justified shoot from a legal perspective.
So you're okay with them shooting him just despite the fact that they had already gotten his gun off of him? Because by the time he was shot, he no longer had his gun.
Well, I'm here to say that it's legally justified. My opinion on it doesn't really matter, but it is legally justified.
Okay, but your sign says ICE did nothing wrong. Now that, even if they didn't say something necessarily legally wrong, that doesn't mean they never did anything wrong, because you also have to ask, do they do anything morally wrong?
Well, morals and legality are 2 different things.
Yes, but you said ICE did nothing wrong, which means that they would have not done nothing wrong, both legally and morally.
Well, I'm going off the legality in this situation.
Would Jesus care if ICE did nothing wrong legally?
Well, I don't think people should be. There's nothing wrong with protesting. That's your First Amendment right. But once you start, impeding law enforcement and you're armed when you do it, you're setting yourself up for failure.
So ICE is just judge, jury, and executioner now?
Don't break the law and impede law enforcement while you're armed, and you'll be fine. There has to be a degree of accountability on these agitators, right? Like, he got lucky that I think a week or 2 prior to him getting killed, he had gotten in another scuffle with them, and he was also armed, and nothing happened. It's like, dude, you can only, poke the bear so many times until something happens. That's the find out part of fuck around. But we could go to the next person. You don't have to agree with it, but it's legally justified.
Hello?
All right, still the torta's still mad over there? Okay.
Myron, your sign says ICE did nothing wrong, but I have to disagree with that because I'm not sure that ICE did enough. There's estimated around 15 million illegal immigrants in the United States, and ICE supposedly only got out about 50,000 in Trump's term. And basically now you're pulling the ICE agents out of these sanctuary cities, and you're setting precedent that it's okay to come here illegally and nothing will happen to you. How do we get past that and make sure that that's not the president now?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Them pulling out of Minneapolis, I don't like that either. But I will say that, there needs to be a degree of appreciation for doing enforcement in blue cities and doing interior enforcement. This is something that I've never seen a president do. I worked under the Obama administration, under obviously Trump, Biden, and immigration is a dirty word. It's a catch-22. Like, it's a political hot potato that no one wants to deal with. So Trump coming in, shutting down the border, and then doing enforcement operations in these blue cities that historically have never honored detainers or assisted ICE with anything, it's unprecedented. So I do give him a little bit of charitability from that perspective, but yeah, we need to do more.
Do you think this will lead to even more illegal immigration?
I think it's going to embolden agitators to keep doing what they're doing in the blue cities for sure. Yeah, I think them pulling out sets a bad precedent.
Thank you.
No worries, man. What's up?
It's good, Myron. So everyone's been asking you some questions that are definitely divisive. I'm hoping that maybe it could bring some people together with this one. So last year, we saw a lot of people from the left and the right coming together because of the genocide in Gaza. And Israel is just like constant berating of innocent people, as well as like their complete control over our own government. And I forget the guy's name, but he's the CEO, it's a mouthful. He's the CEO of the Conference of Presidents of American Jewish Organizations. He essentially said that he's happy about the ICE stuff because it's starting to pull attention away from Israel. People aren't really seeing the pictures in Gaza as much. People aren't really paying as much attention to what's going on with them. It's taking eyes away from the Epstein files. And I'm wondering what you think we could do to bring people back together like they were last year. Obviously there's a lot of people that are divided left and right here, but there's like there's something that should bring us all together. The stuff that we all see in the Epstein files, you know, the child abuse, that's not like a right thing. That's not a left thing. That's a rich politician thing that happened on both sides. So like, how can we bring people back together? And, you know, obviously like the ICE stuff is going to bring us apart. Yeah, I mean, the Israel situation is unique because I've never once seen people from the far right and people from the far left agree on a topic. But I do think it's important to understand that they agreed on the topic for different reasons. So from the left-wing perspective, it's more of a humanitarian crisis, you know, genocidal apartheid state posing or cosplaying as a democracy. From the right-wing perspective, it's invasion of, you know, our foreign policy, our nationalism, Jewish control of America. So though they both kind of came to the same conclusion, they came to that conclusion through different ways. And I do think it's important to like identify why. But I do think it was good that like, or it is good that we both kind of see eye to eye that support of Israel isn't really in our best interest in the United States. It really doesn't serve us at all. And even like, you know, Nixon did a famous interview back in like the 90s or 80s where he admitted that like, yeah, Israel's of like no real strategic benefit for us. We only do it for a moral reason. And what that really translates to is a very rich, affluent, and powerful donor class that cares about Israel, which is why, you know, we have the foreign policy that we have. And when you look at like a lot of our Middle Eastern foreign policy, it was basically framed by Jewish Zionists. So, and we're just finding this stuff out now. Do you think that we're kind of presented with a unique opportunity, though, as we see like
for
people,
sure,
like,
for sure.
We should probably focus more on what brings us together rather than the things that pull us apart, you know, in this moment. For sure. But what I predict is I think there's going to be more censorship on that topic. They just bought TikTok. We're seeing them change community guidelines on certain apps. They're making the term Zionist now a protected class. So I predict that censorship is going to ramp back up on this topic. Now that the majority of the Gaza front has been done, you know, they're definitely going to bring up the censorship. So you think they're going to start arresting people that are critical of Israel? They've already started with college students. I don't know. All right. Well, I appreciate that. I just think that this is we're in a really divisive time, but we have an opportunity with the Epstein files. You know, the bad laundry has been exposed to essentially everyone. And instead of like focusing on, you know, these, I mean, I'm not going to call them petty or menial because these, you know, issues do exist. They're real and they're obviously real to a lot of people. But I think, you know, finding out that a majority of our politicians that run America are all pedophiles that are compromised by Israel, that should allow us to come together and have some sort of common, like, you know, some middle ground. Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's a problem that, you know, needs to be addressed from both sides because, you know, both the Democrats and the Republican Party are both owned by them. So I agree with you on that. All right, Red, I appreciate it. Sure, no problem. All right.